Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. You might need this morning. Uh-oh. This may be something that we wanted, didn't know we wanted. Someone decided to do a mashup between Metallica and Van Halen, both bands that a lot of us love.
See, usually when they do these mashups, they take something from like the funk world and put it together with a metal band, or you know what I mean? Like you take like a pop song and mix it with a death metal song or something along those lines. But now you're taking two rock songs and putting them together.
Yeah, like these worlds colliding, and well, they're not really colliding. They sort of exist with each other. And what they did is they took James Hetfield's vocals for Enter Sandman and mixed it with Van Halen's Panama.
So weird. I like it. Yeah, I don't hate it.
Wow.
And they're calling it Enter Panaman.
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 That's really good.
That was really solid. I like that.
Vantalica.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, you've said it before, Steve. There are only so many chords. You know, so it is interesting how, you know, some songs could be completely redone by another band using very similar music.
That was awesome. I did not think that was going to match at all. The chorus was a little wonky with having Panama still in there, but I'm not going to complain. That just made my morning. And my morning already started off great. J-Lo is split up with A-Rod. Things are good in the world.
Oh, so you're saying there's a chance then, Mr. Steve.
Yes, me and A-Rod finally can be bros.
Wait a minute. I mean, that wonderful car that she couldn't drive wasn't enough to keep them together? That ridiculous... Oh, man.
BJ, they're better off as friends. That's what they put out as a statement.
Oh, really?
Wow.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, because, you know, I feel like you got to be friends with the person you're in a relationship with, and if you're really good as friends, that's a pretty... I mean, what's left besides that? Banging.
Okay.
And, I mean, the banging part's not the hard part. It's the friend part.
Yeah, you're right about that. I feel like there was some banging that wasn't supposed to be happening.
Oh, fair.
That's what I believe. That in my belief, I feel like somebody went where they weren't supposed to go. And now it's over.
But they're better off as friends. Why would you be friends with someone who's banging someone else on the side?
Yeah. Well, that's, I think, probably the nice way to say, yeah, you're not meant to be monogamous. You know, I think there is, you know, I have talked to some people who've said, look, that person's a good person. They just aren't meant for one person to be sleeping with. Like they just accepted that, you have a hard time being monogamous, and I can't hate you for that. You just can't. But you're an okay guy besides that, or an okay girl besides that. It's an enlightened attitude to have, but I have heard people go, he or she's fine.
True.
They just aren't meant for a monogamous life.
They could have just said, hey, look, A-Rod's bat's community property. What can we do?
That's exactly it, yeah.
Everybody likes to choke up on that bat.
I wasn't necessarily pointing at A-Rod, but I think if I had to pick either one, like who would be the one that might be stepping out, yeah, I probably would get on that particular road.
Well, that was just the first thing I could think of. So I was like, I'm not really laying blame on A-Rod.
Yeah.
Just his bat.
See, I don't like A-Rod. That's the problem. I like, J-Lo's never done anything that's made me not like her, whereas A-Rod, of course, left the Mariners, and therefore I'm never going to like him because of that. You know what I mean? It's unfair, my bias against A-Rod. He left the Mariners, so F him, and he's always the bad guy.
So I feel like we should find a way to send them that Van Metallica mashup. That would probably make their day better, wouldn't you think? A lot of texters say their day has gotten exponentially better because of that mashup.
Oh, sure. And since they're just friends, why wouldn't they enjoy this as a way, as a parting gift? That would be a great parting gift for both of them.
Sorry you broke up, but have you heard Metallica and Van Halen, the mashup? It's pretty awesome.
So here's my question. He gives her a car. She doesn't really drive very well. Was it a Porsche?
Gosh, I don't remember. I thought it was like a Lamborghini.
It was something really super fancy. You're right. He gave her a really nice car.
A
and
red
she's like,
Porsche.
Yeah, he gave her a red Porsche.
Wow.
And she didn't drive. She's like, okay, I don't know what to do with this. Does he ask for it back?
Well,
and would you give it to him back? It's like, look, I don't use this. Here you go. Like, here's the Vitamix. I don't cook. Something like that.
I think you gotta weigh out the money and the headache. And I feel like A-Rod probably is not hurting for cash. So maybe you just chalk it up to a loss so you don't have to deal with the awkwardness or the headache of like being like, we're not together anymore. I want my Porsche back.
I don't think J-Lo's hurting for cash either, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but it's more about just like you gave me this as a gift and now you want it back. It doesn't matter what the item is at that point, probably.
Yeah. Well, see, again, you're not, they're just friends, Steve. They're enlightened. So that would show you though, Steve, if you're right. That would show you just how bitter one may be if they wouldn't give the gift back, if they're just friends and they can't use the thing.
Because I remember like in a past relationship, things ended and then as we're going on, the person was just like, can I still have this Nintendo Game Boy thing? I'm like, yeah, just keep it. Just get out. I kind of wanted it, but I was just like, I'm just done. Just go. So this is kind of the same thing.
That's when you ask for all the good stuff at that point.
Right.
Do you know, though, like anybody wanting freedom for the other person, just getting out, you'll give them anything just to have them get out.
Look, I get a Game Boy is not exactly a Porsche. It's close, but it's about,
I mean,
I actually value it higher than a Porsche, to be honest with you.
In some circles, it's actually quite valuable.
Yeah. So I dug it. I
was just like, just go. Yes, take whatever.
Hey, get out. I will buy another one and enjoy you not being in my house.
If this makes you leave quicker, go.
That was true love, Steve. Are you sure you didn't pass on true love with that situation?
Well, we're better off as friends.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah.
I love that statement. Shut up.
We got a former quarterback in the NFL who just sent a reporter an autographed helmet that simply says, F you. Who did this? Steve will tell you. He's got the Migs report for you at 6:18 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys, and thanks to Whistle Workwear for giving us the Migs Report.
There it is.
Oh, nice.
Well, I wouldn't have known who the company was until I heard their jingle. That's it. Whistle Workwear.
What if they start using that as their jingle? Wouldn't that be awesome?
That'd be cool, man.
I would question their, basically leadership at that point.
Yeah, I would definitely question their marketing department, but it would still be awesome. Hey, also today's a special day. Kind of, maybe, sometimes. It's tax day. Kind of. Because you don't really have to get your taxes in today. You can actually wait till May 17th now.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, okay, cool. So usually April 15th is tax day, but because of all the COVID stuff and everything else, May 17th is when you have. So if you're freaking out today, you're like, I haven't done my taxes yet. You got some time. Well, I'm sure you'll be freaking out on May 17th, forgetting that you have to still do your taxes.
I only freak one time, and when I freak, I call Beacon. That's what, when I'm freaking, that's it.
Stop freaking. Call Beacon.
Thanks, Marshawn. It's also National McDonald's Day, so enjoy yourself a Big Mac.
Wait.
Maybe what?
They were able to get their own day? Wow, McDonald's knows what's up.
I mean, don't you listen to every day on our show? Some of these days are the most ridiculous reasons. I mean, anyone can get a day.
Well, I don't know. I don't have a day.
Well, today's the day back in 1955 when Ray Kroc opened up a McDonald's.
Oh, well, that makes a lot of sense.
And Danny's not here, so I don't even know if I should bring it up, but it's Titanic Remembrance Day.
Well, all right.
That's why he's off today. It's not because his daughter's birthday was yesterday. He decided to take a week off.
That's the real event, right? This isn't the movie.
Are we remembering the movie or the boat itself?
Yeah. Neither for me.
Okay, great. Well,
all right, you guys remember Johnny Football, Johnny Manziel?
Oh, right.
And I don't know if you guys know Darren Rovell. He used to work for ESPN. He's a sports business analyst. He's done sports reporting as well. He, over the years, has always taken shots at Johnny Football, just reminding everybody of the life that Johnny's had, the troubled past, his fall from grace and things along those lines. Johnny's trying to turn his life around and not be that person that he used to be. In fact, he will poke fun at himself over his past, mistakes and his self-destructive behavior. And last year, Darren made news because he was trying to win a card that was on eBay that was being auctioned off. It was a Johnny Manziel card that said the words F. Rovell on it. And he ended up not winning. He lost out on the bid for that. But how about Johnny Football decided to send Darren Rovell an autographed helmet? It just showed up. He opened it up, and apparently it says, to Darren Rovell, it's a Cleveland Browns helmet, and then just simply says, F you, but the actual word. I don't know if you've seen this, BJ, but...
That's fantastic. Oh, yes.
I would love that helmet.
You would definitely... Right? You need an album from Billy Joel, is what you need to have with that on there.
If somebody's able to get me an autographed Billy Joel vinyl that just says F off kid.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I would frame that and put that somewhere in my house. Probably in the garage, because that's not really the only place I have any say. But I would frame it.
If he ever comes to town, we have to get him on, and I bet he would do it, Steve. I bet he would do it in a heartbeat.
I would hope so.
Yeah, come on, because it's a great story, and you're not really mad about it, and he's probably got an awesome sense of humor. It's like, okay, sure thing.
I hope. What if he got mad and just told us to F off and hung up on us? It would be like he's doubling down.
That would even be better in a way.
That'd be even cooler, man.
You'll have audio recording of it, so you only have it in your memory when he told you F off as a kid.
I would do anything to recreate that moment.
Oh, yeah.
I could have young Tater Tot play the part of me, because, she looks a little bit like me, like the good parts, the eyelashes.
Sorry. Yeah, I was going to say, there's no good parts. It's all your wife at this point, right, buddy? But okay.
Hey, mentioning Johnny Manziel, speaking of quarterbacks, how about USA? USA Today just put out a ranking of every NFL quarterback based on their odds of winning the MVP award in 2021. So who do you think they feel has the best odds at winning the MVP in the NFL?
Oh, man. It's not going to be Russell Wilson, right? Is he like number 5?
No. Russell's not even number 5.
Whoa, what a beating. So who do we think is number... Is it Mahomes again? He's got to be up there.
Bing, bing, bing.
That's right.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, number 1. Number 2, temporary Jeopardy host Aaron Rodgers, also plays for the Packers.
Yeah.
Number 3, Josh Allen from the Bills. Lamar Jackson from the Ravens is at number 4. And then Kyler Murray from the Cardinals has a number 5 as far as odds to become the MVP.
Look at Kyler being the darling of everyone. Poor Russell.
Well, also doesn't help that they just made all those acquisitions in the offseason. So his team has gotten better, which will mean that he should look better, you would think.
Oh, you mean they got someone in to help him on offense, and stuff? You mean Kyler got a little help with that? Is that what you're saying?
Well, hey, Russell, he's in the top 10. He came in at number 9.
Okay. Wow.
So
is Matt Flynn in there? That's what I want to know.
Matt Flynn came in at number 1 for the top quarterback that made money for doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Good job.
For him.
Go Hogs.
This story is just like the lamest manhunt ever, as police are looking for a guy who broke into a frozen yogurt shop on Easter with his kids. And what did he steal? Toppings. Just toppings.
That's it?
Yeah, they have video surveillance footage. He broke the window of the storage room. He reached in. He grabbed whatever he could, which turned out to be just a bunch of toppings like M&Ms and like Oreo crumbles and things along those lines. The video even has his 2 kids with him, so he's clearly a great dad, father of the year. One of the kids was even holding a flashlight for him, so just teaching him teamwork.
Wow,
Cops are still looking for this guy, but they have a pretty clear shot of his face in the surveillance footage. When they do find him, of course, he'll be arrested for burglary charges, and I don't know if he shares that one in behind bars with his fellow jailmates.
Yeah, what are you in for? Stealing toppings from a
some
yogurt
M&Ms
store.
from a froyo place.
Yeah.
Hey, Mariners got rained out again in Baltimore.
Wow.
So, again, we're having a doubleheader today. It all starts at 9:30. The second game's at 1 p.m., so good luck to the Mariners. And I bring this up because I know you love baseball, BJ. I don't know if you were paying attention to the White Sox-Cleveland game yesterday.
I was not.
Well, the White Sox won 8-0. I'm not bringing it up because of that score, even though they just crushed Cleveland. But the impressive part of the story is pitcher Carlos Rodon. He pitched a perfect game into the 9th. There was 1 out, right? Perfect game.
Oh, no.
He hits a batter.
Oh.
Bum, 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 bum. No more perfect game. But they get the next 2 outs, and he gets the no-hitter.
Wow.
It's kind of like this is awesome, but it could have been way more awesome.
Wow. So he's the one that ruined his perfect game.
Yeah, and he admitted, I was trying to throw it inside. I threw it exactly where I was hoping. I just got it a little too close. So he wasn't of course, he's not going to cry about it. He got a no-hitter.
Yeah,
2-1.
That's a second no-hitter. I've heard they've made some change to the baseballs so they don't fly as much. I heard they did that in the offseason because there were a lot of home runs. And now that's our second no-hitter in, a week? I think it's second no-hitter in a week. That's insane.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a quick turnaround. That might be the quickest turnaround for no-hitters in the history of baseball because I believe it was last week that Padre dude got it.
And he could have had a perfect game, but he had to hit somebody.
Yeah.
So close. As far as weather, 72 degrees. It's going to be sunny today. Thank you, Spartan Plumbing, for giving us some mix reports. 70 degrees all weekend as well.
That's insane.
I know. It's shorts and tank top weather, baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We got to remember this because, again, when do we remember this kind of weather before July 5th?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you get that weird random day, but this is going to be several days of this. And I think it goes back to the 60s next week.
Even still,
So
the
I gotta get my
sunshine,
winter
too.
coat out again.
Yeah. Well, the 60s I'll take, but the sunshine, even the sunshine, dude, I can't remember this stretch of just sunny weather. I tell you, man, something's up. I don't know what's up, Steve. I don't like it. It's the aliens.
It is that way. Well, we're getting closer to finding them.
The aliens.
That's right. Yeah. Well, so the weather's part of it. Is that what it is, huh?
I think so. That's right here.
All right. They launched the investigation because we got good weather. So the aliens are doing the weather control. So they're actually doing some good stuff for us. I guess we shouldn't try to find them.
I mean, we talk about the odds of who's going to win the MVP in the NFL. Apparently, the odds of us finding aliens this year has gone up. It's now 20-1 odds. It used to be 200-1 odds.
Wait,
really?
There are odd makers doing that?
Of course. There's a gambling site in the
20-1?
UK. They just adjusted their lines because the Pentagon spoke out about UFOs.
All right.
So the weather has a lot to do with it, I bet, BJ. Aliens only like sunny weather in Seattle.
20-1 odds. Granted, I mean, those are still tough odds, but those are doable odds. A 1 in 20 chance we find aliens. That's I'll take those odds.
Yeah, I'll put 5 down on that.
Wow.
Especially if last year was 200-1 odds.
That's nuts. I can't even imagine what that would be like, dude. What would the world be like if we actually found out we weren't the only ones? That would be just nuts. Wow. All right, well, Contemplate that over your cereal.
Maybe I will.
It is funny that there are odds makers to this. You're right, Rev.
Yeah.
It just shows we'll gamble on anything.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of prop bets and like silly stuff, so I guess it makes sense.
But I wonder what the aliens will think of us when they find out we had those kind of odds. They'll be like, really? Do we want to discover this race?
Well, probably kicking themselves. They should have put down money when it was 200-1 odds, and they could have made bank.
That's true, dude.
If they know.
Yeah, they maybe they're waiting for the odds to come down to be. Maybe they're betting on it themselves.
Yeah, is that insider betting at that point? If the aliens are wagering on themselves to arrive,
is there some kind of alien SEC or something we can? I mean, there should be some sort of.
It's like the dude who bet on streaking at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, you know what? Mulder was right all these years. Mulder was right.
I don't know the X-Files theme.
That was really good. Almost as good as your whistle theme. Yeah, that's it.
Is that it?
That was actually, when you were whistling, it was a little bit closer.
Never. You know what? This is working.
What the hell is the X-Files theme? Do you know it?
It is. It's a.
There it is.
Yeah, that was exactly. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. At this point, I'm like Scully. Like, really, Steve? Really? Yesterday, Steve. He did get this one right.
The first Chili's restaurant opened in what Texas city?
Weird. I don't know if you heard that. Adam Perkins' kid sadly passed away, so rest in peace to him. Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Oh, wow. No, I didn't know that.
What was the question again?
The first Chili's restaurant opened in which Texas city?
Dallas.
Yes. You had so much information there.
I know, really, about Chili's. I mean, it's just like, okay, thanks.
This kid, he was famous for his Vine video. Remember, he was like shirtless in his underwear and goes, hi, welcome to Chili's.
Okay. Really don't remember that like you.
Well, I thought it was odd. I've had a question about him, and he was sadly in the news.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. But, every once in a while, Rev does his homework, and, he's very timely.
Or he gets super lucky, and that happens.
Yeah, probably that's really what it is.
Yeah.
You want a shot at beating Steve? Well, as long as it's not about Chili's, you'll have a great shot. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs at 648 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How do I know if bankruptcy is going to provide me with relief? What are the steps for my situation?
There's so much information out there about bankruptcy with the internet and what people have heard from friends and other people that they've talked to about their financial issues or bankruptcy. There's also a lot of bad information out there or urban legends about bankruptcy. In order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you need to talk to an attorney that's experienced in bankruptcy. So in order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you should talk to an experienced bankruptcy attorney. And my job is not to convince you to file bankruptcy. My job is to help you to make that decision and have all the facts so that you can make an informed decision about whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, what benefits it's going to have for you, and what the downside of filing bankruptcy is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.